This is the Iowa Weather Report for Sunday, September 29th, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, we can see the main storm track is starting to lift back to the north again. You can see some energy over Hudson Bay, some over the prairie provinces of Canada, and some a little bit over the Pacific Northwest and off into the Pacific. You can see that storm there. The frontal system that brought the rain yesterday will be just to our east and starting to decay at this point, but the winds will already have switched a little bit over to the south and west. It looks to continue into Monday, where winds could be upwards of maybe 10 to 20 miles per hour, maybe gusting higher. Temperatures today will be in the 70s, approaching and getting into the lower 80s both Monday and again on Tuesday, but the winds start to slacken off as the storm system moves to our off to our north across Manitoba and northwestern Ontario. That'll back the winds off to the west a little bit, but then Wednesday they start to come back around ahead of another system that starts to develop. You can see the Gulf moisture beginning to develop or lift northward across the Mississippi River Valley. And then here on Thursday you can see a system coming down with some showers, maybe an embedded thunderstorm or two, but it's going to be somewhat significant. But this rain's going to last through maybe about the first half of Friday before it starts to move to the east. You can then see some much cooler air coming in behind it, the 540 line diving into the Iowa-Minnesota border. That'll mean temperatures will be well down into the highs, down into the 50s for highs, lows maybe in the 30s, maybe a bit of frost on Saturday morning of this coming weekend, but we'll have to wait and see about that. You can see a week from today, another system will be approaching. You can see the energy along the U.S.-Canadian border as the flow is becoming more zonal, as the storm track is almost on top of us at this point. And that means the winds will start to be backing back to the south and west. Temperatures will be back up into the 70s, maybe nearing 80, and some showers and maybe a thunderstorm will be closing in from the west and northwest. Going into the extended period on October the 10th, the main storm track looks to be back to our north a little bit. Some energy off in the Canadian Maritimes, but that's not going to bother us any. At the surface, you can see there could be a slight shower if this is to be right on the backside of a high pressure moving into the New England. Otherwise, most of the rain, shower, and any precipitation will be to our north. Then at the end of the forecast, October the 14th, a big trough digging in with some energy over the Great Lakes into the northern high plains, ridge pumping up over the southwest up into western Canada, and that could bring some of the coolest conditions we've seen in a long time. 540 line diving all the way through the state, even cooler conditions than that. That could be fairly cool. Solid image from last evening. You can see the frontal system just about to move out of the state at that point. That brought us a few showers and an embedded thunderstorm or two. The other system off to our northwest producing some rain showers and a little bit of storms as well. And there's going to be some flooding up there too. Flash flood watches up in the northwest here on the watch warning map. Some frost advisories also in the Nebraska Panhandle as well. Then as we head to the QPF chart, precipitation over the next 7 days. This will take us through next Saturday evening. You can see we could see some decent rains with that system late in the week, maybe an inch or an inch and a half, heavy to the north and west.